Man, I feel like we just need to take a second and talk about collections. What collections you should be working on completing ASAP. And no, we're not going to be talking about the Angels, the Padres, or the Braves, because they have one card that's over 200 plus fucking K in them. All these sets and cards I'm about to show you are going to be affordable. They're going to be freaking goons that are going to help your team out. And a lot of these sets are going to have multiple cards you can plug into your lineup. So without further ado, let's take a look at the collections you need to get done right now. Okay, I'm gonna go with a surprise pick right off the rip, and that's the Baltimore Orioles. This collection is a joke because it's a joke of a team. They deadass have 3 golds, only one of which is over 1,000 stubs. And you see an 82 overall gold reward, Darren O'Day, and may not think much of it. But then you dig a little bit deeper, and you still think he looks like shit because it's a gold relief pitcher. Okay, dig a little deeper than that. You will see he has 91 hits per 9, 95 Ks per 9, and 99 break. Hits per 9's not the best for a reliever, but 91's still really good. Ks per 9's awesome. The break on the pitches is what's going to make this card really good. Darren O'Day has a submarine-style pitching motion, so there's already a ton of deception in that alone. Also, a really good pitch mix. Slider, fastball, sinker, changeup. There are people that can hit Darren O'Day really well, but a majority of the community is going to come out and say it's really hard to pick up his pitches. It's hard to tell if it's a fastball, a slider, a sinker, doesn't matter because everything looks exactly the same out of his hand and then it just drops. 97 break on the slider, 99 on the fastball, 75 on the sinker, 60 on changeup. So the fastball and the slider are just going to be moving all over the place. And for a collection, you'll be able to get done for maybe 8K. Honestly, I think we're way over on that. You could probably get this done for like 6 or 7. Darren O'Day is not a bad card to plug into your bullpen. I think he's very underrated. And honestly, the entire American League East is just full of good collection cards. The Yankees being one of them. The Yankees, I feel like, are always notorious for being an expensive collection, especially when you see an 89 overall Judge and Garrett Cole, but they're really not this year. What's going to make them somewhat expensive is they have a decent amount of golds along with those diamonds, but if you pull 1 or 2 there, that's obviously going to help. The big thing with this is Aaron Judge. You take a look at his price, 21,500 stubs. You could probably get him for 20 to 21K. And you look at Garrett Cole and he's going for 25K. So you're talking about 45K for 2 89 overall cards. And then give or take the rest of the collection, you could probably get this done with about 60K, probably less than that, honestly. And when you complete it, you'll get this 89 overall Gary Sanchez card. There's a decent amount of catchers in the game that you can get for free. We're gonna go over 2 more in this video alone. But just looking at the card, Gary Sanchez is the best in the bunch when it comes to hitting. His contact versus righties is very weak. Vision isn't very good either, but you won't be facing above All-Star for probably 20 games in ranked seasons. So he's still gonna be really usable. But he's got 98 contact versus left, 96 power versus right, so he's still gonna mash righties, and 111 power versus lefties. They gave Gary Sanchez 70 fielding. Dude, they could slap 30 fielding on a Gary Sanchez card and that'd be more accurate. 82 arm, he does have a cannon, give him that. But I don't know, I like Gary Sanchez swing. The card's hitting stats mash, and they made a Gary Sanchez card that can play defense? Dude, SDS has lost their damn mind. But also with this collection, you get a ton of really good cards. Giancarlo Stanton, 94 power versus right, 99 power versus left. He also has really solid contact for a gold card, 74 and 82. Joey Gallo's been a bunch of beasts in the community for years now. I don't think so as much this year because his contact and his vision is so low, but he still has 97 power versus right, 103 versus left, 86 fielding with 92 arm. Can play all over the place too. Left, center, right, first, third. Aroldis Chapman's a great card to plug into your bullpen. 103 hits per 9, 105 Ks per 9. Fastball, slider, splitter, 2-seam. He's not as good as he was in previous years, mainly because he doesn't have outlier, which is weird. He's basically the person that invented outlier. Still a good card for your bullpen. And then you got Aaron Judge, a diamond 89 card, who has 71, 82 contact, so very similar to the Stanton. 88 power versus right, 108 power versus lefties, and he's got 89 fielding, 76 arm, 99 accuracy, 94 reaction. So he's got the big time power, and he's also really good in the outfield. 100% a usable card. And if you have a bunch of those face of the franchise guys, because there's a lot of them that play outfield, this is definitely a good bench bat. Then we got Garrett Cole. This is 100% a card you can plug into the back of your rotation at the very least. He's got a fastball, slider, knuckle curve, circle change, and a 2-seamer, so a decent pitch repertoire. His stats aren't too crazy. 99 pitch clutch, 99 velo are what sticks out. 83 83 hits per 9. I wish that was higher, but if you put him as a number 5 starter, he's gonna be solid. So I think in terms of bang for your buck, about 60k, you're gonna get 5 usable cards. Plus, this Gary Sanchez is 100% worth it. Moving on to another AL East team, we got the Tampa Bay Rays. This collection is cheap as hell. I think their most expensive card's this Mike Zunino. It's like the one card I don't have because I don't want to pay $1,800 for silver. But when I do get the balls to actually buy that card, you will get 85 overall Jose Alvarado. Left-handed pitcher with a 2-seam fastball, slider, curveball, and a 4-seamer. Nothing crazy. 104 hits per 9, 97 Ks per 9, 99 velo, 99 break. His stats look solid. Pitch repertoire could be better, but it's a left-handed reliever that gets outlier. It's outlier 1, so his 2-seam fastball is going to be reaching 100 miles per hour and have a shit ton of movement to it. He's got 99 break on it, so that thing's just going to zip by you. It's going to be really hard to square up. This is a damn good relief card. And the Rays have no diamonds. They have 3 golds. So this is going to be a really cheap, affordable collection. You can get another solid reliever to add to your bullpen. And no, we're not going to talk about the Blue Jays. So the AL East is done. Complete the Red Sox, but don't worry about the Red Sox. Next up, let's talk about the White Sox though. I'm honestly surprised this team only has 3 diamonds. So I recommend completing this before the first roster update because Jose Abreu, Lance Lynn, even though he's hurt, Lucas Giolito, they could all be diamonds at some point. This team's really good. But the reward is 90 overall Ray Durham, who's a new legend in the game this year. Switch hitting second baseman reminds me a lot from what I've heard from people of Kenny Lofton. He's got a very slappy swing. 88 contact for his right, 92 for his lefties, but he's got solid power for a slap hitter, 6'7", 6'5". Obviously, you're not expecting him to go deep, but he'll get into one every once in a while. 82 fielding, so he should be solid over there at second, and then 90 speed. I want to test this card out for myself, but from what I've heard from people, he's a really good slap hitter. If he's anything like Kenny Lofton, he's gonna be good. If you've used Kenny Lofton in the past, you know. But kind of same as the Yankees, when you get this Ray Durham, you're not only getting him, you're gonna get a couple of usable cards from the set in general. For example, Yasmani Grandal. I mentioned it with Gary Sanchez. There's a lot of really good catchers in the game right now. But if for whatever reason you don't have one, Yasmani Grandal is a good choice. He's a switch hitter who has 92 and 95 power. He's also got 83 fielding, and he's probably got the glitchiest swing in the game. I fuck you not when I say the 98 Grandal last year, whatever it was my best card. Yasmani Grandal cards just always are so good. The knack on him is he is unbearably slow. You can't see it, but it's above my head. It's 3. That's not a typo. His speed is fucking 3. I just don't get how you can be that slow. But yeah, this is good. I mean, I guess if you made his speed even 50, he'd basically be Mike Trout, because he's that good. So whatever, he's still damn good at the plate. You'll got Luis Robert too. He does have a face of the franchise card, which is obviously going to be much better. But if you don't, he's going to be a good bench bat versus left-handed pitching with the 99 contact, 90 power, 88 speed. And then you'll get another bullpen arm with Liam Hendricks. Has a fastball, slider, knuckle curve, and 2-seamer. 94 hits per 9, 92 Ks per 9, 99 velo. Fortunately, he doesn't get outlier. But in terms of this collection, you're gonna get some good cards. On top of that, Jose Abreu has some really good hitting stats. Got 2 gold starters right here in Lance Lynn and Lucas Giolito if you don't have anybody good in the back of your rotation. But just off the top of my head, I can't think of too many really good second basemen to start, so Ray Durham would be a good choice. Just based off the overall alone, I think the collection would go for so much more, and that's the Astros. You got 86 Verlander, 85 Kyle Tucker, 85 Jose Altuve, and then you got a ton of gold, so it'll be a decent amount. But you get a 92 overall Dallas Keuchel. 91 hits per 9's okay at the start of the game, but we do have a lot of cards better than that. 109 stamina. His stats are above average at everything else, but the pitch repertoire on this card's great with the sinker, slider, changeup, cutter, and fastball mix. Having a sinker and a cutter alone makes this card really good. And you add the slider and the changeup as well. This card's definitely a very underrated pitcher in my opinion. I haven't seen him very much, but he looks good. And the collection isn't as expensive as you would think, especially from the diamond front. You take a look at Jose Altuve, 9.5K. Kyle Tucker, 8.8K. Justin Verlander, 11K. So right there, we're talking under 30K for all the diamonds. The golds could get a little bit pricey, so you could probably get this done, I'd say, for about 40 to 50K. But it's definitely one of those collections that also you want to get done because they could have a lot of cards get upgraded. Yordan Alvarez, 100% on Diamond Watch. Alex Bregman's definitely on Diamond Watch. Yuli, you never know. Ryan Presley's a great reliever. Michael Brantley just hit. So you never know. They could get multiple Diamond upgrades throughout the year. So it's just better off to pay the $9K for these 3 cards each and just get the collection done with now. There's not too many of these cards I would actually use for anything other than events. Love Yordan Alvarez's gold card. He just absolutely hits. But he can't play a lick of defense. 38 speed, 58 fielding. Don't recommend. Good bench bat though. And then don't do the Angels. Mike Trout is going for 358K. And now we have a good Shohei card, 125K. That is over 500K for one collection. But I just want to talk about how good they made the collection this year. In the past, it was always the most expensive one. It always has been. But the collection reward's been terrible. Frank Tanahara last year was just god-awful. The year before that, I think it was a Troy Percival, a fucking reliever for the most expensive card. Shout out to them for giving Troy Glaus an absolutely insane card for this insanely expensive collection. Same with Gary Carter of the Mets collection. He looks really good too, but there's a lot of good catchers you can get for much, much cheaper. Let's talk about a good collection, and that's the Cardinals. As much as I hate it, because, you know, fuck the Cardinals, they still get an 85 overall Lee Smith as the reward, 95 Ks per 9. Hits per 9's terrible. I feel like Lee Smith cards I always do well with, and I feel like most people do too. Fastball, slider, cutter, and a forkball. Pitch repertoire is unique. He doesn't have outlier though, which is definitely a huge disappointment, but it has 1 diamond in here. That's Nolan Arenado, and he's going for under 15K. Paul Goldschmidt and Tyler O'Neill are definitely cards that could go diamond at some point, so you might want to pick them up before that happens. But I mean, wait till the supercharged boost is done, because then their price will go down a bit. But just overall, the NL Central collections are really, really bad. Nolan Arenado is also really usable too. 86 contact, 77 power, 98 power versus lefties, 94 fielding. He's a usable card for only 15K. It's not bad. This was the first live series collection that I did, and it's the Texas Rangers. Just because they have 3 silver cards, 1 gold, and 1 diamond. That diamond is going for 16K. You can get this collection done for probably a little over 20K, and you will get an 85 overall Mike Napoli, which is a new legend in the game. But if you've ever used Mike Napoli in past MLB games, you know how good this card is. Great right-handed swing, power to all fields, 85 contact both sides, 93 and 92 power. The defense is pretty bad. Like, how does Gary Sanchez have better fielding? That dude's terrible behind the plate. But if there is one card that I recommend, a catcher, if you are in need of a catcher and want one for really cheap, I recommend Mike Napoli or Yasmani Grandal. You can't go wrong with either of those guys. And then you got Marcus Semien. He's the diamond, he's cool and all, but Corey Seager is so much better in terms of Diamond Dynasty purposes. 84, 83 contact, solid, about average power, but his left-handed swing is great. Can play short, second, third. That's why that 90 overall face of the franchise, Corey Seager, is so heavily just pursued, because his swing is just nasty. This was my first collection. I recommend you do this one if you haven't yet. And then I already talked about this collection in another video, and basically how you can get this 91 overall Adley Rutschman for completely free. But we've talked about Mike Napoli and Gary Sanchez, plus Yasmani Grandal as 3 amazing catchers, but they all cost stubs. This Adley Rutschman, if you have time, you will be able to get for free, and he's far and away the best in the bunch. He's probably the third best catcher in the game behind Gary Carter and Joe Mauer, but those are 100+ K cards, probably 200K. This Adley Rutschman, if you have the time, you can get for free. 90, 91 contact, 80, 78 power, 85 fielding, 85 arm, great switch hitter, nice swing. This is definitely the card you should be going after for a catcher. I have 19 of the 25 done. I haven't spent a single stub on one of these prospect cards because there's so many different ways to get them, whether it be missions in Conquest or what I talked about in my last video, which is abusing mini seasons rewards. But as you can see right below me, there's a mission where if you hit 10 home runs with All-Star Series players, you get a prospect choice pack. Can't remember, it has like 6 or 8 of them. You get to pick 2. Plus you get 3,000 XP, and you can get this done in about 10 minutes. Go watch the video. It's the XP glitch one. Watch that. You'll find out how to get Adley Rutschman for free. I'll link it down in the description below. But you saw that I have it complete. I can just enter a brand new mini season. Now you see below me, it's not complete anymore, and I can just keep doing this. I keep doing this, and I almost have Adley Rutschman done no stubs. So do that if you haven't yet. But those are some of the big time collections I think you should be working on right now if you haven't got any of these yet. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Are there any cards out here that I surprised you with? Any you're considering picking up? Or is there a set that you highly recommend people doing? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be sure to pin it so other people can see it as well. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.